Hi, I'm Yasmin Angoe. I'm the author of the Nina Knight trilogy, an action thriller about a female Ghanaian assassin. The books in my trilogy are Her Name is Night, They Come at Night, and most recently, have been published just a few weeks ago, is They Come at Night. I am currently working on a psychological suspense thriller. So, keeping in line with the types of books that I write, thrillers, suspense, a tad bit of horror, whatever, which tend to be darker and harder to accept concepts as you're writing and everything like that, I thought I'd talk to you a little about what I've learned in my journey so far in making those dark concepts more palatable for your readers. Some of the ingredients or tropes, I guess we'll call them, in thrillers and the more darker stories are violence, death, fighting, which is violence, weaponry, etc., things like that. Very hard topics that a lot of people tend to delve into. It means that you're going to be writing difficult stories and create some really difficult scenes that won't only be difficult for your readers, but for you as well. So keeping that in mind, you have to really have a mindset going in, like you're about to write this heavy topic. Your characters are about to do or say something that is very controversial. It can't be a light thing, or you just can't go into it lightly or throw it in just because that's what I had learned, right? Everything has to be purposeful when you're writing. We all know that. So for me, the first thing that I try to do is preparation. I have to set stuff up for myself, and then I have to set stuff up for my readers, and I have to be able to explain why I have certain things in my stories. So I ask myself, what is my character's goal? What do they need to learn from this thing that I'm about to put them through? Why do I need to do it or put it in? Like, what is my purpose? So I think about the character's goal as it relates to the story. I think about my goal as a reader. I'm sorry, as a writer. What am I trying to do with it? Right? Am I really and truly, does it really and truly need to be in that story? Right. And those are the things that you kind of have to like really question and and honestly answer for yourself. So that not only works with craft, but that just also works with the type of material that you're putting into the story and trying not to make it salacious. Some other questions that I asked myself were, what are some other ways that I can achieve my goal and the goal of the character without maybe including this thing? If it's something it could be really graphic, or if it's a word that's super harmful, that would hurt some of the readers, right? If it's a word that you're not supposed to use, or an ideal, or whatever the case is. And if my idea makes it through all of those different questions, and I can find validity in all of that, then the next thing that I need to do is to prepare myself. So that means that I don't just throw potentially problematic things into my story without truly preparing and understanding the ramifications of what I've put in there for my craft, for my story, and then also for my readers, because I definitely don't want anybody emailing me angry because of what I've put in. So oftentimes, we as writers, we want to put things in there and make it like twisty and make it glorious and make the reader go, oh my gosh, and that's great and all. But the question is, are we just putting that in for effect, or is it really truly important to the story? What does that effect really do? Because if it is just for the effect, if it's just to be gratuitous, then that might be something that we don't need to put in there. Another thing is that I learned is that readers actually really can tell whether you are being gratuitous, whether you're getting too like technical, if you're writing like a technical thriller and you get really into like the concepts, the mechanisms of putting a gun together or something like that, you're going to lose the reader. So you don't want to like take up their time because they're giving you the time to write, or I'm sorry, the time for them to read. You don't want them to realize that you are doing something that doesn't need to be done, because they're going to get annoyed with it. So respect your reader, respect their intelligence. They will understand any illusions that you put in. And then lastly, if you have to put that thing that is gratuitous in your story, if you have to put that thing that is going to be a hard read, violence, or a topic like, just any kind of topic that's sensitive, maybe think about adding in an author's note. You want to either warn your reader, maybe, or you want to explain to your reader. So in warning your reader, you can use an author's note where you're going to tell them, hey, this is what you might encounter when you are reading my story. So I'm just preparing you from the front end. You won't always have everything in there, and that's fine, but at least you put forth that effort. Or if you want to explain to the reader why you put things in there, you can put that in your afterword. So you either think about whether you want to warn the reader or explain to the reader and use those two different things. And then also everybody has their choice. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I'm not telling you to, but I'm saying those are the things that work for me. I used an author's note to explain the things that my readers would encounter. I've had readers thank me for it. So I hope that with all of my flubs and everything, because I'm nervous, guys, but I hope that what I've shared with you today on my learning experience in writing a thriller, action thrillers, and difficult concepts was helpful to you. Thank you.